Welcome to birthday new moon Kundalini Yoga. On the 23rd of August, it is a new moon and it is my birthday. So today's practice is focused on the energy of Virgo. It's a Virgo new moon. It's the new Virgo astrological season. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Sinéad. I am an acupuncturist, a doctor of Chinese medicine, and I teach Kundalini Yoga as well as Qigong. And all year long, I've been blending the themes of Chinese medicine's 5-element theory with the archetypes and themes of astrology and creating Kundalini yoga sets that are helpful for balancing the cosmic weather at this time. That being said, I'm not an astrologer. I have linked some of my favorite astrologers below so that you can learn more about what exactly this astrology means, especially because what I've learned about astrology this year is that every single new moon and full moon affects your particular birth chart very differently because it depends on where the moon was when you were born. So if you want that information, check out some of the ones I've listed below. But for the purpose of this class, we're going to speak to and focus on our earth element. Virgo is an earth sign, and in Chinese medicine, earth has to do with feeling nourished. It's about the strength of our digestion. It also has to do with feeling centered, feeling supported, feeling grounded. And when we are working on strengthening our digestion, something we can also do is focus on creating a daily routine or a daily habit. And you might be aware that you've perhaps tried to start a new habit, a healthy habit, and you've failed for whatever reason. And one of the biggest reasons we fail is because we have inner conflict. So we're going to practice a meditation in this Kundalini Yoga Kriya called a meditation for resolving inner conflict. Very simple. It's a breathing exercise. We're going to do some Kundalini Yoga warm-ups first. And my intention for you in this new moon is that you can release some of that inner conflict, that inner perfectionism that Virgos are known for, I understand, and let that go and just embrace nourishing yourself and finding and feeling your center, finding and feeling your ground. And when we are focused on strengthening the earth element and we have all this Virgo energy supporting that, we can also tend to overthink, overanalyze, put too much on our plate. So as we enter the fall season, this is a Chinese medicine health tip, it is recommended to really start to take a pause. The energy is moving from outward, the yang of spring and summer, to inward, which is the yin energy of late summer, fall, and winter. It's a more introspective time, and it's a time to really reflect on what you've been doing all year long. Is it supporting you? Do you need to let something go? Do you need to add something? Do you need to modify the way you're doing life? And maybe even as simple as the way you're talking to yourself. And think of maybe taking less on right now or being more particular about what it is that you're taking on, because in times where we didn't have such modern technological advances, it was harder to keep at the same speed all year long. We did have this period of slowing down. The earth element is also related to this steadiness and slowness. So if you find yourself going a million miles an hour, trying to do everything you were doing from the beginning of spring until now, maybe take some things off your plate, eat a little slower, enjoy a little more, and take that time to maybe practice this kriya a few times and introspect, okay, what are my inner conflicts? I really want to sleep, but I also really want to achieve this personal goal or work goal or whatever it is, or whatever your conflicting things may be. And you might realize that you're not actually conflicted. You just need to make more space and more time for things to integrate, which is exactly what we're going to do in this meditation. So if you want to learn more about the way that Virgo energy is showing up for this new moon, do check out the astrologers I've linked below, because the new moon again is going to show up in your birth chart differently than anyone else's, depending on what house it is in. And I should say there's this other really amazing thing going on in astrology, which is this energy of newness. one of the things I learned in researching and preparing for this class is that many of the planets are in what's called the first degree of a new sign. So you can just think of that as like brand new beginnings in many different subconscious or unconscious archetypes, collective archetypes, which is really what I'm learning astrology is really about. So find your meditation seat. And let's get into it. If you're new to Kundalini Yoga, we always start with the tuning in mantra, which is Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. We'll chant this 3 times. As you chant, feel the vibration in your chest, your heart, and feel it in the center of your brow point. And before we tune in, find your meditation seat and let's set a new moon intention for this Virgo earth energy. Sitting up tall, maybe rocking a little bit, relaxing your spine, relax your jaw, maybe take some movement of your neck and shoulders if that feels good. And find your way back to center. Close your eyes. Drop your mind down into your gut. That gut intuitive feeling we all get when we know something is taking too much of our energy or we really want to give our energy to something. Just ask your gut what it's craving right now. That can be a literal craving, like for something to eat, or it can be some action or non-action that your body, mind, heart is desiring at this moment. And if it's unclear, just keep your mind focused in the space between your heart and your pubic bone, your guts, your internal organs, and feel your center. The space between the top of the head and the pelvic floor, this center line of energy. Just rest your mind in your center. Maybe taking a deep breath from your tailbone to the top of your head. And breathing out from the top of your head back to your tail. And as you breathe up and down your center, set an intention for this new moon in Virgo. Something you wish to grow. A new beginning. Maybe a new healthy habit or something you want to adopt into your daily routine. Something that will bring your mind, heart, and body more nourishment. And if you're unsure of your intention, I offer up the intention of trust. Trust is what's called the virtue energy of a healthy earth element in the body. So when we feed ourselves regularly and sleep regularly and make our body trust that we will care for and nurture it, that regular timing can help us feel safer in our body, can help us feel trust on a physiological level. And holding that intention in your heart, rub your palms together, keeping your eyes closed. Bring your thumbs to your heart center. And we prepare to chant Om Namo Guru Dev Namo 3 times. Inhale deeply. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo Guru Dev Namo. Take a deep breath in. Suspend the breath, squeeze the pelvic floor, roll the eyes up to the center of the forehead. Slowly exhale. Relax your hands and feel the vibration in your chest, in the center of your brain, connecting to the divine within. And slowly open your eyes. And we'll begin our Kundalini Yoga warm-ups before our meditation to resolve inner conflict. Sitting up tall, take your hands to your knees. Bring your torso forward, to the side, to the back, and around in a big circle. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale to the back. And start breathing very deeply, connecting into your center again. This exercise is very good for the digestive organs. Brings lots of blood flow. Strengthening our ability to metabolize not only our food, but our life experience. When we strengthen our physical digestion, we also strengthen our mental and emotional digestion. Good, go the other way, deep breaths. Feel your roots, your sitting bones, your thighs. Feeling the pressure of the ground contacting your legs, the bottom of your pelvis, like you're rooting your body down into the earth, spiraling yourself down into the earth. 2 more. And slowly come back into the center. Keep the eyes closed and picture an imaginary spiral continuing to travel up your spine from your pelvis all the way to the top of your head. Just let that spiral continuously roll up from your pelvic region through and across the entire center line of your body. Good. Slowly open your eyes. We'll do spinal flex now, holding on to your shins. And we're going to do the entire spine, so the upper spine and the lower spine. Inhale, arch your chest, stick out your tailbone. Exhale, round your tailbone and round your chest. Keep your chin parallel with the ground. I'll show you from the side. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale, exhale. Now rapidly with the breath in and out through the nose. Keep going. Do this for about 30 seconds. Keeping the back of the neck long. Bringing the blood flow into the spine. Where the blood goes, the vital energy, the consciousness goes. So we're bringing our consciousness into our spine, into our organs. And remember, blood flow is healing, so the blood is carrying nutrients, nourishment to your entire body. And when we bring the energy to the spine, we wake up the pathways that go to all our muscles, all our organs, all our bones. So many messages traveling from in and out of the spine. 10 more seconds. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, relax your hands, feel the ground, pelvic floor, legs, feel your roots, and feel how the energy is naturally starting to travel upward as we loosen the spine. Good. Opening your eyes. You can either continue to sit cross-legged or you can come sitting, kneeling onto your heels. If that doesn't feel good, find any seated position that works for you. We're going to do shoulder shrugs. So inhale, squeeze your shoulders up by your ears. Then exhale, drop. Now rapidly with the breath, in and out through the nose. Once you have the movement, you can close your eyes, keep the back of your neck long, and let the energy now move up into the throat, the forehead, the brain. Keep going. It's normal for your shoulders to feel sore and tired as long as you don't have any sharp pain. Just use your breath to move through that soreness. You can drop your shoulders more gently if you have any pain. Otherwise, every time you drop your shoulders, drop your worries. Squeezing and releasing. Keep going another 10 seconds. Inhale, lift the shoulders up by the ears. Hold the breath in, squeeze. Exhale, release. And right away, chin to the chest, begin neck rolls to the right. Inhale as you lift your chin. Exhale as you lower it. Eyes closed, massaging your throat, distributing all the prana that you've brought into your chest, neck, and throat. The next time your chin comes to your chest, switch directions. And slowly bring your head back into the center. Take a deep breath in. Feel the length of your spine. Exhale. One more movement in this kneeling position or cross-legged. Bring your fingers to the top of your shoulders and point your elbows straight out to the sides. So notice if they're dropping, try to keep them straight out to the sides. Then you're going to inhale and twist to your left side. Exhale, twist to your right side. Now turn it into a swinging motion with a rapid breath in and out through the nose. Inhale left, exhale right. Keeping those elbows up, neck long, head and neck move together. Inhale left, exhale right. This exercise is also excellent for the digestion. Twisting is incredible for digestive health, earth element strength. We're also opening circulation to the lungs and the heart. Inhale, center. Feel the wideness in your heart. Exhale, relax your arms. Good. Opening your eyes. Our last little warm-up before we move into our meditation. is called life nerve stretch. So you're going to bring your legs out straight. And if your hamstrings are tight, you can sit up on a cushion or you can even bend your knees. The important thing with this exercise is that you're hinging from your hips rather than rounding from your spine. So just try to take a little hinge at your hips. Make sure you feel the movement right here, flat spine. Then you can reach down and grab wherever you can where your spine still stays relatively flat. So that might be right here and your range is right here. That's totally fine. But if you can, grab your big toes, push your thumbs into your big toe, holding on with your peace sign fingers. And keep your shoulders and chest wide, collarbones wide, leading with the center of your heart towards your big toes. It's an inhale to straighten arms, legs, and spine. Exhale, heart leads toward the big toes. Now rapidly with the breath, inhale up, exhale down. Close your eyes, focus on the space between your brows. You can also look at your big toes and lead the energy from your heart towards your big toes, focusing, pushing in with the thumbs to that big toenail. This is a reflexology point for the brain. One more minute here. Pace yourself, squeeze your belly toward your spine every time you exhale. Kundalini yoga is a lot of repetitive movements. This is by design. When we repeat something, it takes a little bit of energy out of the harmful habits, the harmful repetitive patterns that we might be holding on to that are taking a lot of our energy. So this new moon is a lot about reprogramming our daily rituals, finding healthy habits that support and nourish us. So allow yourself to just go into a trance. Last 10. Inhale up, straight spine, straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, fold over the legs. Slowly roll up. Good. And we're ready to come into our meditation. So if you need to sit in a chair, no problem. We won't be here for too long, but find a comfortable seat. The most important thing is that your spine is straight. If possible, you'll come into what's called easy pose, sitting up with one heel in front of the other. And from here, this meditation to resolve inner conflict is a breathing exercise along with a mudra or hand position. The hands are going to rest on top of the chest. So I'll just cover my microphone for a second. Like that. So you have your hands on top of your chest. And at the same time, you're going to be focusing on a breath pattern. It's going to be a deep inhale, letting your chest expand into your hands for 5 seconds. Then you're going to completely exhale for 5 seconds. Then hold the breath out for 15 seconds. At the same time as you hold the breath out, you're going to suspend the chest and pull your navel towards your abdomen. So you're creating this kind of pressure in your heart and chest area on purpose. The things you might not want to, or the conditions you might not want to hold your breath out for, and possibly if you have blood pressure issues, if you are pregnant, if you have any kind of glaucoma or pressure issue in your face, and of course just intuitively if it gives you anxiety or if it makes you feel too lightheaded, you can avoid holding the breath out for as long. Maybe just hold for a few seconds, or skip it altogether. And as we do this, our eyes are going to be just a crack open. So you have a little bit of light coming in to keep yourself present. And you're also going to be doing what's called Jalandhara Bandha, or neck lock. So from the side, you have your chin slightly pulled back and down, as if you're holding a small egg between your chin and your throat. You can even feel that you're lifting your chest up a little bit to bring, or lifting your throat up a little bit to bring it closer to your chin. In general, you want to keep the rib cage relaxed, because when we arch our back, it sends us into sympathetic fight or flight mode. But in this bandha, we're on purpose creating this chin to chest action to lengthen the back of the neck, and that will also help the energy move from the lower root energy centers up into the heart, up into our higher intuition, integrating our gut desires with the higher consciousness of our heart. So yes, we are going to be bringing a lot of chi or prana into our chest. And before we start this meditation, I want to read a little bit of the comments. So, take some water, get yourself settled, and I'm going to read to you a description of this meditation before we begin. This is from the Aquarian Teacher Manual, which is kind of like the manual of Kundalini Yoga teachers from the KRI Kundalini Yoga tradition. Although I will say, topic of Kundalini is way bigger than the 3HO KRI Kundalini Association. So if you want more information on Kundalini as a concept, please just comment below, and I'm happy to connect you with those authentic resources. Okay, so inner conflict resolver meditation. This is a form of ancient therapy. We are often confused and held in deadlock when inner conflict blocks our ability to think and act clearly. In these moments, the mind's prana, or energy, is scattered and distributed in a disturbed manner. This breath pattern holds the breath out 3 times as long as it is held in. So, the body senses a lack of prana in vital areas of functioning and asks how it can quickly and optimally reorganize itself to respond to this survival threat. The fibers of the pranic body extend and rechannel the prana to form a new pattern filled with clarity and action potential. Your built-in computer can calculate your total resources and the level of challenge, then design a strategy to prepare and use the mind and body effectively. This meditation resolves many conflicts and is an automatic reflex for survival. Inner conflict is the result of excess or disturbed prana. The effect is certain, gradual, and simple. Be honest with breath timing, and the meditation will be honest with you. So I'll tell you a quick story before we start the meditation. One of my first silent Buddhist meditation retreats when I was a teenager, I was very ambitious at this time, really wanting to transform myself. And I was doing an all-day silent meditation retreat it was very, very long, with like mantras up until like 11 p.m. And then I would stay awake and I would do this Kundalini yoga meditation kriya. It was actually during my teacher training. I was doing it while I was in my undergraduate program. And I had an enormous emotional release. And of course, it was a combination of the group setting and the powerful Buddhist meditations that we were doing. But I really do feel like this meditation helped me reach this edge of release that I was having a hard time letting go of a lot of self-harming habits, self-defeating habits. And I attribute this meditation to be one of the things that helped me overcome some of my Virgo perfectionistic tendencies. So if that's you, hello, welcome. Let's be friends. Let's practice together. We're going to do this. Normally it's done for 11 minutes, but because I'm not there with you in person, we're going to do a little shorter. We're going to do 5 minutes. So preparing your meditation seat and finding your neck lock, Chalandara Bandha. Palms rest on the chest. Thumbs point up, fingers spread out, pointing towards each other, or you can have them together. It doesn't specify. And just take a moment to feel your hands on your chest, on your heart. The heart in Chinese medicine and the stomach are very connected. So if your heart is broken, your digestion will most certainly be affected. And if your digestion is struggling, it actually makes the heart work harder. The heart needs to pump nutrients to the whole body. So when our heart is conflicted, ultimately our digestion needs to work harder. The heart is strained. But the reverse is true as well. When our digestion is strained, the heart doesn't have the nourishment it needs to pump to all the cells. So the heart has to work harder to do its job. So if there's anything harming your digestion or your heart right now, let's release that with our breath. Let the wisdom of your body take over. Breathe fully in and out for one round. Now inhale for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold the breath out for 15, keeping your chest expanded and pulling your navel back towards your spine. Eyes are 1/10 of the way open. Inhale for 5, 3, 1. Exhale 5, 3, 1. Hold 15. Inhale for 5. Keep going on your own. Shorten the hold if you need to. Couple more minutes. Make sure you're inhaling and exhaling deeply. Keep the neck lock. Remember to squeeze the abdomen as you hold the breath out. Do one more round. When you finish your next hold, relax your hands down. Take your time getting there. ready, bring your arms up and just shake your hands and your arms. You can shake your head a little too if you want. And just breathe normally. Shake, shake, shake. This is in the instructions, I promise. Come lying down on your back, and you're just going to relax for 1 minute in silence before we finish. Meditation and yoga are much more powerful when combined with shavasana or rest, so please take time to rest before we do our closing mantra. And I'll call you back up in a moment. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle and slowly make your way back into a meditation seat if you were laying down. We finish with a mantra called Sat Nam, which means truth is my identity. Truth is your identity. So everything that you identify with that is disturbing or temporary, it's not your true identity. Your identity is truth itself. Rubbing the palms together. Bring your thumbs to your heart. And one more time, feel your new moon intention for this Virgo earth energy. Feel your center from the top of your head to your pelvic floor. And feel a sense of trust that when you take care of your body, rest your heart, rest your mind, clarity will become natural. You won't have to fight for what's next. You will be moved by your own internal connection to and clarity of this truth. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Chanting Sat Nam, loud and long. Inhale. Sat. May this time of self-care be a time of seed planting. May all your new moon wishes come true. Sat Nam. Thank you, everyone. I bow to your true self. I bow to the wisdom within you, to the divinity within you. Thank you for practicing with me on my birthday. And if you have any questions about Chinese medicine, about Kundalini Yoga, you can write them below. I'd love to hear from more of you. If you've been joining all year long, welcome back. And I'm excited to see you in our next live full moon class. We do a full moon Zoom room party for every full moon. So if you want to join the next live, that information will be below as well. And if you want replays of the full moon and new moon classes, plus a bunch of other instructional videos, that's on my on-demand page. You can support me there. It's $10 a month, and or maybe 11, I can't remember. And that just helps me continue to be able to create videos like this. So thank you for your support. And please share this with a friend or practice with a friend if you want to practice this routine all the way up into the next full moon. I recommend that. And you can also do this as a regular practice in Kundalini Yoga if you really want to take a kriya or meditation and perfect it. You can do it for 11, 22, 108, 1,008 days. There are different intervals that you can pick to practice a meditation if it really resonates with you or if you feel like you really need it. So if you're going through a lot of inner conflict right now and you feel like this could support you, feel free to just take that one meditation section and do it over and over again. And I hope it serves you. Virgo is all about service. So yeah, may you serve, may you get what you need, your nourishment, and may nourishing yourself enable you to serve others. I'll see you